All right, researching another video, I came across talking about action movies, and another guy was talking about his list, and he had like 5 of his favorites or something like that. And it's really hard. Again, I always tell you guys, I never pick my favorite movie, period. Too many good movies. So they're looking at action movies, and I like to talk about other things and superheroes, and we'll talk about some movies. We're talking action movies here. When you think of action movies, I think really like late 80s, early 90s. That's why I think of action. And I remember he was making some rules about it, and I kind of agreed, like guns, swords, knives, blood, I guess, maybe some explosions, but like the movie's driven off action. And I had a list. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Is that my 10? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I mean, I feel like I'm missing one. Whatever. So let's just be quick about this. Running Scared, don't know much about it, sorry. Billy Crystal, I don't really, whatever. Equilibrium's a crazy movie. I wouldn't go as far as like, I don't know, it means action movie. We're in the high numbers, so whatever. Roadhouse, dude, again, one thing too I was gonna do is martial arts movies. That's their own genre. They're not action to me, even though they are action. Like, I'm not downing martial arts movies at all, but it makes it simpler to be like, okay, let's toss this at the list so I don't have to judge, because martial arts is badass already. And you could go to, there's so many good old martial arts films. My dad had me watch a lot of them. Seven Deadly Sins or something like that. Seven Deadly Venoms. Oh my gosh, such good stuff. The Kid with the Golden Arm or something like that. I don't know, but I just put in another category. Roadhouse, I was gonna say, that's total dude like action, but I mean it's whatever. They're just fighting and punching and stuff. But the new Roadhouse is actually good. I was gonna throw that in there. The new Roadhouse is actually pretty good. I liked it actually. It was decent. Unstoppable, don't know much. It is a Denzel Washington, Chris Pine movie. I don't know how this didn't hit me on 2010. It looks like it's something out of control, going fast. So it feels like it for me. Speed is that, and that's on my list. Speed is like total action movie. You're nonstop going fast, and there's nothing you can do. It's all action nonstop. There's not really time to breathe in that movie. So that to me, that's like an essential, what's it called? Action movie. I'm saying that, yeah, it's on my list. Speed. Die Hard 2. It'd be on the list, but on this, I'm not doubling anything. But I still would put other things in front of it. Die Hard 1 is for sure on my list. That's essential action movie. Guns, jumping around, and I'll tell you one thing, it's not a Christmas movie. Okay, I'm gonna settle it right here. I don't care if Bruce Willis even said it. Christmas movies deal with a Christmas thing and purpose, something going on that you got to get to Christmas, or during Christmas, where I lost my plane ticket and I'm stuck home alone or whatever. Die Hard doesn't have anything to do with Christmas besides it's going around the time of year. He uses packaging, that kind of helps a little bit, the argument. You hear a Christmas song, I think, at the end. Packaging tape. He has for his, where he holds his gun, and he has the Santa Claus suit. The guy dead in Santa Claus. Ho ho! I got a machine gun. That's the best they got with the argument. So stuff is around that's Christmas, but I wouldn't say the point of like things like Elf is like something that came out of Christmas. Like Elf is a story that came out of Christmas. Frosty the Snowman, it's about Christmas time, and I don't know what Frosty the Snowman is. But Jingle All the Way, it's about getting a gift for Christmas. I could go all day. Like Christmas Story, it's about dealing with the stories leading up to what he wants, his gun for Christmas. None of his motives, John McClane's motives, aren't anything to do with Christmas. It's in the background. That's like Batman Returns has a lot of Christmas in the background. He even, I think, throws a box at one of the clowns that's a present. I would go, oh my god, it's a Christmas movie. Christmas is there, and there's a lot going on with Christmas in Batman Returns. Batman Forever, they trick or treat when they break into Wayne Manor and take it all out and beat up Alfred. I don't know what happened to Alfred at that point, because I know they hit him. But is that a Halloween movie now? We're gonna say, since they trick or treated and it was in the background, they even come in with masks on their face and we see trick or treaters. Is that a Halloween movie? What else is there? Let's think. Fresh water. I don't know. It's just because like something like that is in the background doesn't make it that. So that's my end for that. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. I don't care what you tell me. Right here, the the synopsis says nothing about on Christmas he's trying to blah blah blah. On Christmas Eve he's trying. No, it's not that. It's about him trying to. I like movies like this though that are stuck in one place or whatever. I think this one's supposed to even take place around Christmas too. But I know we're I'm getting mixed up a little bit. National Treasure, I think it's more of a venture movie. I wouldn't call it action. Protector, put it under martial arts. Revenge, don't know much about. El Mariachi's so good, but it's so bad. It's good story, but just, it's Robert Rodriguez's first film, and it was made on nothing. It's bad as in like the quality, but he did it all on his own, man. Like, it's a good action movie. I wouldn't go far as like one of the greatest, but it's good. It's respectable. Touches in going to martial arts. Top Gun, I don't think, no. Con Air, I see it as explosions. There's gun shootouts. Expendables are just gross action movies. Just like, that's all we want to do. Now, is it a good action movie? I don't think so. The Mummy, again, adventure movie. Mr. and Miss Smith is more of espionage. I don't think it's like action. I wouldn't put James Bond in here or anything like that because it doesn't like an action movie. Like, there's a lot of calm demeanor in a lot of the comparing a James Bond film like Casino Royale, let's say, one that I really enjoyed, next to Speed, say which one's an action movie. Speed's gonna feel totally more like an action movie. Rush Hour, we're leaning way more to comedy, way more to it than action. There is great scenes, like, not taken away from Jackie Chan. I love Rush Hour, I like them all. Jackie Chan's amazing in all of them, but I just don't see it as an action movie. It's more of a comedy to me than anything. There is action in it, but it's action comedy divide, it says. But that's why I wouldn't put it on my list. Equalizer, I would, just because I love that movie. I love that story. It's really high up here on the list. It's 120. It's hard because there isn't a lot of like non-stop action. There is action, and it's considered an action movie, so I'd have to pick it just because it's going to be on my list. And I think the other ones are okay, but they mess it up. This one is just like the same idea of John Wick, where you don't know much about his past. You just know he did something, and he's using those expertise to go help a girl out, and that's just crazy. And after that, we get into more of his past, and we learn stuff. It's just whatever. But Equalizer definitely is on my list for action movie. Again, I do think there's things that have a lot more action, but at the same time, superheroes are their own category. I don't know why they didn't put superheroes in here, because all superheroes got action to a point. But it's their own category. I'm not gonna sit here and pick a bunch of Marvel movies and stuff like that. Air Force One, kind of, I see a little bit. Bloodsport, great martial arts film. Funny, it's very cliche. I just remember growing up, so it's nostalgia with me. Blade's got a green tomato. That's not good. Yeah, but Blade, nope, not gonna do Blade. Bad Boys, that's an action movie. It's Michael Bay. Michael Bay usually spits out action movies. Not gonna be one of my top ones. Die Hard with a Vengeance, again, that's pretty quicker or faster than 2 far as like action going, chasing around the bombs in the city. It's got a great red one. Running Man definitely is action, but again, wouldn't be my top. Really Crazy, cool idea. They did try to remake it. It's funny, in the year 2019, like that's when it took place. We're already in like 7 years after that, basically. Yeah, I mean, it's Arnold's just basically action in the 80s, so that's, yeah, but not my top. Code of Silence, don't know. I don't really watch Chuck Norris. Shoot 'em Up, I remember this. I remember like he's having sex with a chick while he's shooting people and stuff. I wouldn't put it in my thing. Crank is probably absolutely tons of action. Like, I remember he has sex with whatever her name is. Can't remember the actress's name off the top of my head, but while he's trying to keep his adrenaline pumping, and it's just weird, dumb story, but there's a lot of action. Same with Machete, but Machete's just a little bit over the top. I enjoy it. It's goofy, it's stupid, but it's not going to be in my top list of action. Drive is just a really good movie. I wouldn't put it as action. It's just very violent, and yeah, just wouldn't. Batman, not dealing with superheroes. Under Siege, kind of, but it's not. It's Steven Seagal's never really had that great of movies. I know Under Siege is probably one of his top ones, like one of his best movies, but still nowhere near. Independence Day, sci-fi mainly. There are good action sequences, but I wouldn't put it up there for keeping it action, but I would keep it more in the sci-fi. It'd have a better chance getting in my top 20 in sci-fi rather than that. Bullet, it's got action with cars, but then every freaking Fast and Furious would be on here. The biggest thing I think is going to an action film that actually has a solid story to back up the action, not just explosions, guns. It's to have something like, again, like Independence Day. That's a good sci-fi movie because it has a decent story, some unbelievable stuff, but it is sci-fi, so you kind of stretch it. But it works. So Bullet, I wouldn't be on my top action. Wanted, comic book, but at the same time, if you didn't look at it as a comic book, it's just shooting. Superman the movie, yeah. Ronin, yeah, I don't know. There are like road chases and stuff, it says, but I wouldn't put it up there. They Live, I thought about They Live a lot because I really like They Live. If you've never seen They Live, go watch it. Roddy Piper at his finest, John Carpenter. It's such a cool concept, but I don't like the biggest, I think, fight I remember is him and his homie Keith David are fighting each other, and it's a really bad fight, and they parodied it in South Park, and it's just bad, but it's not that much action. I don't know why it's even in here. Cliffhanger, I could kind of get it, but no. Marvel, no. Hot Fuzz, the ending's really good, a lot of action and stuff, but it's more to me a comedy. It's kind of like a mystery comedy more than anything, but I don't see it as action that much. The end of it's super good action, really worth the whole movie to see that ending. The Warriors were on my list, which was crazy that it came up. It's only 96, which sucks. I recommend anybody that hasn't seen Warriors to watch it. It is dated, like all the thugs are like roller skaters and some are clowns or whatever, painted as bats, or they have bats and they have baseball painted on their I don't know, it's stupid, but the idea is basically one big gang gets a hold of all the other big gang, or all the other gangs, they're the biggest gang, and they get them all together, and only like 8 could come, I think, from each gang, and basically he's like, look at, we outnumber the cops, let's get together, blah blah blah, and then that dude gets shot and they blame it on the Warriors. So the idea of like those movies where it's like, I'm stuck in a building, I need to get out, like Die Hard, or everything's like target on your head movie type of that, and that's like the Warriors is everyone in the city, they're trying to get back to Coney Island where they live, where they have the rest of their gang, they could be safer, while all these different groups, they're like 8 of them of each one, keep running into them and they keep fighting them and stuff like that. It got really hot for a minute, like Xbox made a game of it when I was younger, and then like Puff Daddy did a music video where he's clinking the glass saying bad boy or something like that, copying what the villain, I forgot the dude's name, the bad guy in it, does when he screams out Warriors come out and play. And then they got action figures. Remember Suncoast? I don't know if anyone knows Suncoast, but they would sell movies and DVDs and stuff. Sometimes they had movie action figures, like they'd have Reservoir Dogs and things like that. They made Warriors action figures at that time. Echo started doing Warrior designs, the Warriors from the movie. So I don't know what happened. It got like really popular. I think this movie would work really great right now. It'd just be hard to get around the ideas of phones and technology, and that's what makes this so much better in this setting in 79, is they don't have access to all these things. They can't get out of it, so that makes it harder to just call an Uber and have them come pick you up. Starship Troopers, definitely action, but I put it under sci-fi. It's fun, but it's not going to be up there. Elite Squad, never heard of it, don't even know who's in it. Point Break, I mean, it's the inspiration for all Fast and the Furiouses, basically, or the first Fast and Furious to get it all going. It's really goofy, over the top. I wouldn't put it in my top, but I would say it's action. It's definitely an action movie. Long Kiss Goodnight, I don't remember watching that, so I'm not going to comment, but anything with Gina Davis, I don't know if I'd go with that. The Guest, don't know this. Dan Stevens, I don't know any of these people. Nope. Taken, I didn't put Taken on my list. Taken, I think it's because there's a lot of somber, calm moments. That's kind of hard against Equalizer, too, because Equalizer kind of gets little solemn, calmer moments, and where it's like reflection shit going on. But I like Taken a lot, but it's just not too much of an action movie for me. 300, I mean, there's fights, it's cool, but again, it's a comic, so I could technically put in a comic movie, but as far as action movies go, period pieces, I don't really see as action. But again, I did say swords, but I don't know, it's just hard for me to see it like that. True Lies, total action movie. Again, Arnold, 90s and 80s. But would it be on my top? No, it's a good, fun movie. I like it a lot. It's entertaining. Not like a great movie. Demolition Man is just a classic. Like, I put this on my list a while ago, and then I was like going through it. I'm like, this has got too much comedy in it. Like the franchise wars where Taco Bell won, and now everywhere's Taco Bell. Only songs you could sing, or only songs on the radio are jingles. You can't curse without getting like a ticket. Just all, and then the way they have sex, they have to wear helmets, and then pooping. They don't know how to wipe with clams or shells. seashells. That's how you wipe. It fell way more to a comedy than action movie for me. It does have a lot of action. I won't take that away from it, but it's to me more of a funnier movie than action. Hardcore Henry I never saw, but I'm guessing from what people told me, like it's just craziness. It's probably straight up action, but again, I wouldn't put it in the top area in my top 10 at all. So far in my top 10, all we got is Speed. No, we didn't get Speed yet. We got Die Hard and Warriors. Only ones that I got so far. They're in my top 10. Police Story. I don't know if I watched all the Police Story. It sucks that it says Kung Fu Policeman because it makes me want to put him martial arts, but that's not really fair to put him in that. But I'm gonna skip 85. Brotherhood of the Wolf. I remember like low key, no one knew about this movie, and someone like put it to me, and I was blown away how good it was. But it didn't feel like super action, but it was a good movie. Kingsman Service, Secret Service, a lot of good action. Matthew Vaughn's really good at that kind of thing. It definitely belongs up in the action category. It just wouldn't be in my top 10. Fifth Element is definitely one I would think of, but Fifth Element kind of falls in Demolition Man. Like, it's got a lot of humor in it. It's cool sci-fi. I'd rather see it in a sci-fi category than, I don't know, maybe it's hard, but definitely not action. It'd be comedy or sci-fi. Big Trouble in Little China, I thought of this. I love Big Trouble in Little China, but it's too silly. It's too fantasy to be an action movie. A lot of stuff goes on, a lot of stuff happens, but you can't really put it in against another action movie. The bigger action movies, and I wouldn't put it in my top 10. It's a great freaking movie. I love it. It's a cult classic. And it's got a red tomato. That's crazy. I would think people would crap on it. Jack Burton, such a fun movie. Atomic Blonde, I have never seen. I knew it was Charlize Theron, but I never seen. Yeah, don't know much about that one. Rumble in the Bronx, I love to death. This came on so much when I was a kid. I put it under martial arts, I guess, because it's just a lot of martial arts fighting. But that's the most action you're going to get out of it, and I still wouldn't put it in my top 10, but I'd put it under martial arts. District B13 looks like I don't know. It looks like a really bad, like, Tubi video. 2004. It's certified fresh, so I don't recognize any of the names or anything. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe you guys can fill me out and tell me it's a nonstop thrill ride in District B13. Dizzying action sequences, more than makeup for essence exposures, expository flaws. I can't read. Forgive me. It's like 2 a.m. right now. Beverly Hills Cop, not really action. Way more comedy than action, but I love Beverly Hills Cop. Axel Foley is my spirit animal. Love Beverly Hills Cop, but yeah, it's got some action in it, but it's definitely more comedy to me. Umbach, I would put under martial arts, but again, this is good. Anything with Tony Jaa, I put martial arts because he's just sick. Collateral, decent, wouldn't be my top 10. Iron Monkey, martial arts. Again, I was okay with it. Escape from New York, I'd put that up in the action. It wouldn't break my top 10 though, but they're in the crazy year of 1997. Battle Royale, that's interesting. 42 ninth graders are sent to a deserted island. They've gotten so many ideas from this damn movie. But did they get their idea from something else? I can't remember. I don't remember. But anyways, this is such a cool movie. I don't know if I put in my top 10 though. Or knock out one of mine for it. People probably think I'm crazy, but this is a big list. We're only at the 70s, and I don't want to be on here all night and taking up all the YouTube time from you. Spider-Man 2, whatever. 13 Assassins. Don't think I've seen that. It's a remake of the 1963 film from 2010. Don't think I've seen it. Full Contact, I have no idea. Chow Yun-Fat's great, but I've never seen that. Indiana Jones, that's adventure. I don't even come at me with action with Indiana Jones. It's too sweet and nice. Kung Fu Hustle, way more comedy. John Woo movie, Chow Yun-Fat. They do great. The only one I'd really consider in the top is Hard Boiled. I don't know Better Tomorrow, I think, though. I mean, I've seen a lot of them, but it's just hard mixing them up and stuff. Because they seem kind of similar. It's always a policeman and fighting, and it's good fights and stuff, but it's like, I don't know. Iron Man, super movie we're not putting in it. The Night Comes For Us seems like more of a horror movie. A Bloody Thrill Ride, limited more. I don't know it's squeamish for viewers. I don't have any idea about it at all. Forgive me if you guys think this is a great movie, but I would not put this in action because it looks way more like horror, but it's certified. Or it's red. Logan certified, of course, but it's not an action movie. They have like 3 scenes of action, I think, in it, and the first opening is good action, then the ending is good action, but not in here because it is a super movie. Golden Finger. Golden Finger is not in here because it's espionage. Assault on Precinct 13, that's the 1976 one. I know they redid it. I think this one's not bad. John Carpenter's pretty good. He mixes it up pretty well, but again, not gonna be my top 10. Wonder Woman, nope. But in superheroes anyways. Chinese Connection, very good, but I'm putting under martial arts. Winter Soldier, amazing movie, but not putting it in here. Old Boy came to my mind a lot. Because I was thinking more of the violent action, because it's so violent. But I can't put it in my top 10. Good movie, though. French Connection, fast-paced, smart. The French Connection is similar. Gene Hackman, whatever. Yeah, no, it's not gonna be up there. Furious 7. It's weird that one Furious is in here so far. Again, the Furiouses are all kind of dumb action. You could, if you want to watch just a shut off your brain type of movie. I don't hate you for watching Fast and the Furious. Like, I've been guilty of, it's on TNT, We Know Drama, or whatever the hell that says, and I'll watch it. It's fine. It's nothing crazy. I'm not hating on you if you watch it. Now, if you think it's the greatest movie in the world, I'll be like, oh, dude, you're a little nuts. And then we got Nikita. I don't remember much about it. I don't think I've seen it, but I know a lot around it. But again, I'm not gonna put my top 10 if I don't know it. Super Cop, I think you put this under martial arts. I have seen this. Hello eBay. But I don't know. I can't. Dirty Harry, again, I think it's funny because I want to have westerns as their own genre, superheroes as their own genre, martial arts as their own genre. This isn't a western though. As soon as I see Clint Eastwood, I think of western, but it's not. And Dirty Harry is just tough guy, walk around with a gun. I don't think he has many action scenes, so I really wouldn't go with that. Edge of Tomorrow's got a lot of action going on, craziness, but it's not that great of a movie. X2, what are we doing here with superhero movies? What are we doing here? Fugitive, it's pretty high octane. It deserves to be in the action category. Not my top 10, but it deserves to be here. Black Panther, superhero. Inception, I don't find that as a action movie. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. There are, I guess, action bits, but I don't really put that in there. Braveheart, I can see, definitely, it is definitely a time type of thing. But yeah, I'd put it in there, but not in my top 10. Minority Report, I think this gets slept on a lot. A lot of people just got tired of Tom Cruise for a while. They come back always for Mission Impossibles, but it's hit or miss. But yeah, I think this is a decent action movie, but wouldn't be my top 10. Avengers Endgame, only 44. Comic book movie, Dread, comic book movie, good though. Born Identity, again, they have good fight scenes and stuff, but like, I don't know, they're more espionage to me, like fall under GoldenEye kind of, but they're good. But let's say we're counting it as action, and it's not in my top 10. IP Man or Ip Man, whatever you want to call it, very good movies. I'd consider it under martial arts. Face Off, really dumb movie, but John Woo directed it, so that's already awesome. Dumb, but it's satisfying movie. You got fun with it. I would say action. Corny, but I would say action. It's over the top. I'd put it there, just not my top 10. To Live and Die in LA, Wing Chun Galore. I don't know what that even means. To Live and Die in LA. Yeah, I don't know much about this. William Peterson, William Dafoe. Wow, how did I miss this? Dark Knight, we're not going to go there. Mission Impossible, again, they're action, but I see more spy movies. But let's say we count it, I'm not putting it in my top. Fast 5, not going to my top. Lethal Weapon, huge action movie back in the day, but not going to my top. The Rock, I love to death, watched it a million times. Sean Connery, just probably at his best. One of my favorite roles of his. Really cool character. I forgot what they call his steps. Godspeed. What's his name though? Fool. Oh, it's gonna take me off this page. I don't want to do that. I think he's Godspeed, but I was trying to figure out what the name of Sean. Oh, he's just John Mason. Oh, that's their good names. RoboCop, definitely action movie. Way up there, but I guess you could slide in the sci-fi, but yeah, it's way up at the action. Wouldn't be my top 10 though. Good movie though. John Wick Chapter 2, again, like Equalizers, they're good. They're really good. I like them, but they start revealing too much of the past, and that kind of ruins the first ones, where they're just someone that has skills from somewhere and they're good at what they do. Really just takes away from the coolness of like, wow, you shouldn't have messed with this guy. He knows something. Casino Royale, again, espionage, spy. there are cool action scenes in it, but I just wouldn't look at that. Baby Driver. Now this is a whole different story for me. Baby Driver is like one of my favorite movies. I love it. I love Edgar Wright. Rest in peace, Kevin Spacey. You're no longer allowed here anymore. He's good in it, but we will never see him again. When I was thinking about action movies, I was like, Baby Driver, and I even Googled Baby Driver, seeing what they put it under. And they put it under thriller. What was it? Thriller, drama, romance, action. So I'm like, this kind of has everything. And it's not really just action, but there is, some decent car scenes that are really, really cool. There are some shootouts, but I don't want to call it an action movie. It's a great movie. I'm serious. Like, it's one of my movies I can't decide are my number ones. I have a big list of movies that I can't decide are my number one movies, and this is up there. Baby Driver is so freaking good. If you watch any behind the scenes with Edgar Wright and how he did things, it's just amazing how he did things. If it's a legend, I do martial arts. The Killer, I don't know anything yet, but it's Jen Fat and John Woo, so yeah. The Raid 2, yeah, it belongs there. 27 is a good spot though. Enter the Dragon, martial arts, but it's a great movie. We'll keep it in action though. We'll say action for the sake of it being Enter the Dragon, just to give it its respect, but wouldn't be my top 10. Commando, First Blood, total action movies. This is like when action movies started. That's what I feel like. This is around when like I was born and stuff. This is where I feel like action movies started, and they started coming after this. Before that, there were just westerns, movies with car chases, things like that. But this is where action movies started. We could say 82 First Blood. I mean, these guys are quintessential. They're not in my top 10, unfortunately. We only got to 2 of mine so far. But yeah. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, you could throw it in there if you want. Terminator, tough. Because I see more as kind of horror, but it is action. It's just not as good as T2, but it wouldn't be my top 10. Gladiator, I feel like it's more of a drama than action, but it's fine where it's at, I guess. I don't know. I'd put it way higher, I guess. I do have Kill Bill, the whole bloody story in mind, because you would have to get the whole thing. There is tons of guns, tons of knives, tons of martial arts, tons of fighting, tons of everything, blood everywhere. You're fighting, she's taking down each assassin. There's crazy things going on with each one. But I would call the whole bloody affair, so you can watch all of it. Quentin Tarantino deserves to be on the action list, but unfortunately, a lot of it's commentary, talking, and the action is a subplot, usually not the main plot. But yeah, glad to see Quentin Tarantino in it, and he is on my list, so that's one of them gone. Equalizer, Kill Bill, and Die Hard. Die Hard hasn't come up yet. Warriors, but Professional is on my list. And Speed. Hello. Professional is really good. This is a movie I don't think a lot of people have seen. It's tales old as time. Girl's family dies. This guy's gonna go revenge him. Basically, he doesn't want to. He kind of takes care of her, and doesn't really mean to fall in this place, but he does. Starts caring about her as a daughter, and he starts like training her kind of. And Gary Oldman's so good in this, dude. That's like an actor, dude. Gary Oldman's so good. But Jean Reno it's called Leon in like other places. I don't know if it's just not the US, but it's called Professional here. It says Luc Besson's Leon is a stylish and oddly affecting thriller. But this is like, I think Natalie Portman's first movie, I believe. But it's really good. I recommend like The Warriors, a lot of people haven't seen, and The Professional, a lot of people haven't seen. Both of those, check them out. Again, Warriors, you got to prepare yourself. That's super dated. Professional should hold up still, and Gary Oldman's just sick in it. Speed, nonstop action, dude. Like, it was on my TV just a little bit ago, and I just started watching it for the hell of it. Speed definitely is just nonstop, dude. It's tense, it's crazy. You can't stop at Speed. Surprise. Cruise Control didn't come on here. That movie was horrible. But Speed definitely there. So there's 2 more knocked off my list. Let's see. Let me do Kill Bill. Let me use a better pen. So Kill Bill, gone. Speed, gone. Equalizer, gone. Professional, gone. Warriors, gone. Oh, I know. Oh, okay. John Wick is on mine too. just nonstop fighting. That's what it's there for. It's badass. It's good. John Wick is gone off my list now. 16 out of all the action movies in the world, I'll take it, but it's definitely in my top 10. And I'm not like, I like all kinds of movies, so it's hard to pick like a group of all my favorite action movies. It's really hard. But yeah, Drunken Master, didn't mean to jump over that if I did. Martial arts, Crouching Tiger, martial arts, Predator's on my list. This was like probably my favorite movie as a kid, even though when it came out I was 3. So I probably didn't watch it till it came out on VHS. But this is quintessential for me. This is, I don't know if I said the word right. This is essential. This is total sci-fi, part horror, part action, and all muscle. It can fall under sci-fi and horror, but I'm being super biased here because to me this is like total action movie for me. This goes up there with Commando and Rambo and First Blood. Definitely Predator's up there for me. Predator might be even close to my number 1. But I don't pick number 1s. But it's just, maybe it's nostalgia too, but it's such a cool story. That's the thing too, I was saying with the action movies, they don't have to be all just explosions and this has a lot of guns and a lot of shooting in it. Like, again, with Baby Driver, they have shooting, they have guns, but it's just a really, really good story. Fast and Furious, they're not the greatest stories, but it does have the shooting and the explosions and fighting, whatever. But you get kind of, they're action, but they get boosted way high up on the rankings of not going to be one of the greatest. That's an action movie because the stories don't hold off. Predator story is great, really cool. The direction they went with Predator from like then to now totally went sci-fi with it. This one was a lot more grounded, so I could see it more as an action movie. Not kind of horror, I guess, because there are some like skin bodies and stuff like that. As a kid, I wasn't scared really. I did get scared of dumb things like killer clowns from outer space, but yeah. So I'm counting it. It's on my list. Bourne Ultimatum, another Bourne. Again, they are wonky for me. They are action, but I don't know. I'd maybe have to watch them all again and see which one I like the best and find if I feel like it's more like a Mission Impossible vibe than an actual action movie. Like when I see Predator next to Bourne, you're like, which one of these is an action movie? Like, I'm like Predator, like 100%. Total Recall is great. Such a crazy spin on just the world, with the dreams and oh man, it was just such a weird movie, but it was good. At least we're not to 2084 when it happens yet. Douglas Quaid. God, forgot all about that. Board construction worker. Number 12. That's pretty high, or top of the list. I don't feel like it's a super action. It does have action, but it's just more weird than anything. I think it's more sci-fi. Dude's got a little creature coming out of his belly talking to people and stuff. Like, he's got to pull like that tracker out of his nose, and they do the horrible. It's back then it was great, the animatronic in his face, but now you watch it, you can tell he's like, it's just dumb. It's good. It's good for back then. Mad Max, any Mad Max should be considered in the top, maybe even at your number 1. Heat, yeah. It's the bigger. I think the bigger deal is Al Pacino, Robert Downey Jr., Robert De Niro are in a movie together, and it's a crime drama. But I don't see it as like. I don't know. I know Michael Mann did it, and they're supposed to be like it's huge, certified fresh, of course, on here. But yeah, I don't see it as a really super action movie. I wouldn't definitely not my top 10. Ray Redemption, I can't argue with it. It makes sense. But yeah, I'm not gonna go any further with that. Mission Impossible, no, never needs to be in a top 10 movie, never. Or top 10 action. This thrill seeking, they try to do crazy stuff. Every Mission Impossible is about now like let's do a crazy stunt every movie, and it just gets dumb. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it in the top 10 at all. Indiana Jones is here again. I don't like it in here. I don't feel action. I feel adventure. I don't think of like a dude using a whip, an action movie. Yeah, maybe just I don't like Harrison Ford that much. Aliens has way more action than Aliens way more horror. Like Aliens, I can see more action. But is it more sci-fi? If I'm counting the Predator as action, I guess I'd count this as sci-fi or action. But the thing with Predator, they're on Earth fighting the alien, one alien. This is plural aliens, and they're in space. So I'm just gonna suck it up and say it's sci-fi, so we don't have to worry about it. God, my list is like, there's a couple on here that are not gonna be on here. That's why. Hard Boiled is just classic. I'll say horror action movie. It's 100% deserves to be on a top 10 list. This is like Chow Yun-fat at his prime, and of course John Woo making it. Again, it's always like a cop in these movies with like the shooting and martial arts and all that stuff, but Hard Boiled, it's just, you can't argue with it. Matrix, I think Matrix is one of the most overrated movies ever. People could come at me for that. I think for its time, it blew us all away because of the graphics, and then they could have stopped at the first one. And they didn't need to make others, just like these other movies. They didn't need sequels. But yeah, I think it's more sci-fi. You're talking about another world and stuff. There is shooting, of course. We got the famous scene of dodging the bullets, and that opened up a whole new world of characters dodging things and doing stuff like that. Scary Movie makes a parody of it or something like that. But again, I see it more sci-fi. There is action there, but I'm just not crazy about it. So it wouldn't be in my top 10. If someone else did it, I could get it. I still probably argue with them. It's a little more futuristic sci-fi more than an action movie. If I see Rambo on there, then my dad, dude, that's an action movie. T2, it does deal with future. It does deal with cyborgs or whatever. So it is a little sci-fi-ish, but it's straight up action. It's not in my top 10, but I don't blame it at all for being in top 10. I think the last one on my Die Hard. I already went over Die Hard. Die Hard, based off a novel, I believe, and it's not a Christmas movie, because it's it does say something about he joins her at a holiday. Oh, because it's a holiday Christmas party. That's why. So I guess you could try to throw that at me, be like, but it was a holiday Christmas party. He was trying to get to her at the end to have a. I don't know. That doesn't work. Sorry, it's not a holiday movie, but it does happen on Christmas Eve. So there you go. Now it's a Christmas movie. This argument's never gonna get done. Yeah, and then Mad Max Fury Road, I had that on mine. It's their number one. That movie's just crazy. Tom Hardy, probably one of his best performances. It's just nonstop craziness. Psycho. It's almost like Total Recall, where things are just way crazy. Like things are coming out of nowhere when people are driving, and it's weird that The Road Warrior wasn't even in this list. But yeah, Fury Road's just nasty, and that takes Predator, Die Hard, Mad Max Fury Road, Warriors, Professional, Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Story, John Wick, Speed, Equalizer. Then I had for honorable mentions, because I don't know if people are gonna have it or not, was Fall Guy. Fall Guy is new, so I don't think it could be a classic already, but I think it should be brought into the discussion. It's such a good movie. Ryan Gosling for me is so underrated. Like, I'll watch him in something, be like, damn, he's hella good in this, even if it's comedy, if it's drama, romantic, whatever. Like Drive is really good, but he'll do like Barbie and like kill it in that too. It's just nuts. But Fall Guy's so good. It's like him being a stunt man for a dude, a famous actor, and the actor gets missing, and then he's kind of like the fall guy. That's why we got the name. They blame it on him, and everyone's coming after him to kill him. But since he does stunts, he could break through things and stuff. It's just goofy, but it's really, you'll hear a Kiss song through the whole movie over and over and over, and you won't get tired of it. I was made for loving you, baby. Yeah. You won't get tired of it. I promise you. You'll have so much fun. You won't care. And then I was gonna say honorable mention is but it has a lot of story going on in it. That's the only thing. But there is, I don't know if I put it under action, but I was gonna say Bullet Train. The ending's pretty nuts. A lot of fighting, train falling off the course or whatever. But there is shooting here and there. There is fighting. Bad Bunny, my wrestler guy, WWE. He's been in wrestling. I love WWE. But of course he did the halftime show and everyone lost their mind. There's a good fighting scene with him. A lot of quick fighting scenes with all these people that are trying to get I'll just say Bruce Willis, Brad Pitt, who doesn't want to hurt anybody. He didn't even bring a gun on this mission. He wants the simple missions, picking up stuff, dropping them off, and that's it. All he wants to do is grab the package and get off the bullet train. But unfortunately, everybody wants that package. The people that have the package want to protect the package. People are there to kill people that have the package. People are there to kill other people. It's crazy. But I think it deserves to be in the action category. I don't know if it's going to be on their list. For me, I would put it a little outside of my top 10 because I'd want to put classics in there. But if you haven't watched Bullet Train, definitely watch. It's so fun. It's so fun. It's got crazy little fights, cool story, really funky. Deals a lot with I don't want to even say too much. It's just a lot going on in that movie, but it's easy to follow. Definitely a lot. But that is it. That is the top 124, I believe it was. Let me get my glasses on. Top 100 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Some of these, like, where are Three Ninjas at? Where's Surf Ninjas at? Like, you're gonna put a list and not put Three Ninjas on it, or Surf Ninjas, or Air Bud? What the hell? See, if I did a horror one, I couldn't do it. I don't watch horror. That's what sucks. I don't hate that I'm not a horror guy, because everybody has so many good tastes in horror, and I can't even talk to them. I know the classics, and that's about it. People are like, this one will really fuck you up, and I'm like, I don't want to be like that. So 140. It's funny, Running Scared does sound familiar with Gregory Hines and Billy Crystal. Like, I feel like I can see the cover, not that poster, but the cover of them, and they both look like they're Running Scared. Equilibrium, so cool too. But yeah, I think Equilibrium should be way further down though. Not that far up. Better. It is again futuristic sci-fi, but they do pull like swords out and stuff, and I don't know, kind of Matrix vibe, I guess. So I can understand it. I'd probably knock Matrix up too. Not as where it was. Got rotten though. That's pretty crazy. I think that movie was decent. But that's the list. 140 movies that Rotten Tomatoes made. And like I said, I was researching stuff to do a video on something about action movies, and then I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna go through these and write down my top 10 that I already have in my mind, and put some other ones that I think won't be on it, and see where mine pop up. And closest one I probably got was Die Hard, I think. And that's fine. Again, I'm not looking for number ones. I don't list all. Mad Max was on mine, and that's number one. T2 deserves it too, but I didn't have it on my list. But Die Hard, yeah, definitely. And then, you know, Predators right there with me, John Wick, Speed. So I was in there. Professional. I was in the 20s. I got a few. Kill Bill's right above that. So I was in the range. I had decent taste, I guess. Decent taste compared to Rotten Tomatoes list. But that's it. Maybe you guys could tell me what action movies you guys like. What didn't make the list? What list stuff on mine would you cut off? You know, should I even mention Hit or Fall Guy? You know, is that dumb? Is Bullet Train not Bullet Train? I'm tired. It's late. Is Bullet Train like not worth even watching for you? Is it dumb that I think Die Hard is not a Christmas movie? I will fight you. And tell me what your favorite is on the list. And like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But tell me what's your favorite on the list, and tell me what you'd add on here. Out of 140, there's probably a lot missing. They gave them a lot. 140 is a lot. So, and I'm amazed that some are missing. Like, it's crazy that I didn't even think about Road Warriors not on here. The Mad Max is on here, but that's nuts. But yeah, come up with your stuff, man. There's got to be more action. Got to be more action movies that could have beat out the 140 spots to get up higher. But I think it's gonna be hard to beat this top 10, 20 at least. The top 20 is pretty solid. But yeah, come back with some comments. Talk to you later.